Hello YouTube, Snowshoe here. Welcome to The Room 2. This is a direct sequel to The Room, which I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. Again, produced by Fireproof Studios. Developed. This is a direct sequel. So last time we were getting our mystery letters from AS, just the initials. And this is supposed to pick up basically where we left off. This one's a bit longer, so I think this is going to be a two-parter. So I hope you enjoy. If my calculations are correct, then this is where you will emerge. Welcome, friend. We have much to share. Now, you are blind, but I have left you provisions to see. Your passage might be shorter than mine. I am forced to conceal it somewhere in this room, and trust your wits to uncover it. I am not the only ghost in this place. Oh, right, our lens broke. Zoom out. Zoom out further. Okay, they're starting us off with a little baby puzzle. That's great. Sometimes the eyepiece can be used to see things that are otherwise hidden. Yes, we know. Thank you. Hmm. 23rd October 1883. Mr. Rigby. Suffice it to say that I do not share my colleagues' faith in your character. Were it up to me, I should not engage a man of such low breeding and even lower station as yourself. The very thought of taking a grave robber into our service chills my stomach. But as Mr. de Montfaucon, Mr. de Montfaucon is fond of saying, question mark button will glow when a new hit is available. Hits can be disabled. Oh, okay. Needs must as the devil's drives. It falls to me then to brief you on your ungodly task. As you should be well aware, you shall only be paid upon your successful return with the artifact. Should you find yourself having any ideas otherwise, I must stress to you that while the artifact is of enormous value, it is only of value within a certain small community of researchers. It is not for your eyes or hands of an uneducated man such as yourself. I unconditionally demand that you do not interact with the object in any way. It might prove incredibly dangerous for you to do so. It is an instrument of great power and should not be interfered with by inferior minds. Okay. Well, I'm glad you have confidence in me. Picked up another piece. You're not going to let me further zoom in anywhere? No. Okay, and it looks like you're done. Then you have northeast, southwest. We can point in a direction and maybe a 5-word puzzle. That has to be... Oh, here's where these two go. Strange brass sphere. Okay. Sure, you go in here then. Well, that's not creepy at all. There's nothing else. Well, it doesn't appear that there's anything else there. Can we change these at all? South, east, southwest, north. South, east, southwest, north. Okay, so that should be the topper to this box. Does it need to look somewhere in particular? We just need to find the runes. Okay, that should be the 3 that were on the table. Hello. I hope you're not a weeping angel. That looks completely safe. I think we should go through the door. I mean, if you're already stuck in the abyss, then... Emerge from the crypt, sound of both mind and spirit. Feel as it's beginning. Okay. I think that was just the tutorial. So hopefully this is chapter 1. Otherwise, that was a really quick chapter. There is still no sign, and my patience wears thin. In my frustration, I even scaled the fortmast. I even scaled the fortmast myself. A fool's errand. The fog is so dense I can barely see my own deck from the crow's nest, let alone the Helena? Maybe the name of the ship. Regardless, I have had the gun deck run out the cannons in readiness. Could keep Ben sharp. Okay, so foremast, crow's nest, cannons. What can I do to interact with you? It looks like something goes there. I can see the cannons. Spot for key. Okay. So the can't. Oops. I don't know what you do yet. This would be a cool model ship to have. A mountain, a moor, a palace, a slum. Why not the quarters of a galleon in full sail? A galleon in full sail. With each dizzying step, I am whisked around the globe as simply as turning a corner. Will you be following my path or forging anew? What sights you must have witnessed, if my own experience is any guide. I'll keep leaving notes, and I urge you to do the same, that we might know if our paths have crossed. Thrilling as this is, there is something not quite right in this place, though I struggle to define what. Some earthly tang of reality that is quite missing. I sometimes fancy I can smell the line and grease paint. I sometimes fancy I can smell the lime and grease paint. Must be some ship stuff. We're missing half a gem. Oh, we are not focusing on one puzzle. Okie dokie. What is our goal? Make some shape in the middle. Might not know what that shape is yet. It's been 30 weeks at sea, and the crew grow restless at our lack of plunder. Though I would not betray it, I share those concerns. A privateer's license is no small investment, and my investors will not be happy without a return. According to the prisoners we took off the San Esposito, we should find the Santa Helena in these waters, fresh out of New Granada. They were simple swabs, ignorant of all save... I keep forgetting that we're talking like pirates. They were simple swabs, ignorant of all savvy the workings of the decks, but they spoke of some artifacts of great value aboard. I gave them a place among my crew. Okay. So that one is right triangle in. Oh, we can... Maybe that means that's the right one? Because these are all going to be... Oh, they're not going to be. Okay. So that one's definitely right. Doesn't look like we can venture over there. And the bottom is that one. So we did the crow's nest, we did the cannons. I don't know what the fort mast is. I'm guessing this, since it's shiny. How would one interact with it? I'm sure it has something to do with that. Yeah, I understand the wheel's missing. Where's the wheel, though? Okay, it doesn't appear that we can do anything else there. So it must be the key. We can do something here. Small key. Okay. So that one's in. According to the key, the bottom one's in. So that should be correct. Okay. Or use a slide. Okay. So a place for something. I don't see a place for a key anywhere. There was that one there. We have to, like, put the key on here? No. The key doesn't appear to open anything here. I mean, I think it has something with this, but we can't do anything with the lever. Can't move that back. We don't have anything to place here. I think we need to turn the wheel to move this for this puzzle. Did that. There we go. Haven't been able to look here yet. Does that help us any? Hmm. And there's no place for a key here. Can we do anything else in this room? There's no place for a key here. Nothing on the front. Is there anything on this side? Of course there is. Didn't take long for us to track her down. We raced north for 2 miles. Okay, hold on. We got north for 2 miles. Approaching the mainland, we turned west for 2 miles. To cut her off at the coast. With no sign, we headed 3 miles south. We sighted her sure enough, but she cut through the cape before we could intercept. Now we must wait for the tide. Okay. North for 2. West for 2. South for 3. Even the elements turn against us. Passage through the cape took 4 miles west. And we soon sighted the mast 4 miles north of us. Seeing us in pursuit, she cut west 2 miles in the fog bank. With her heavy ballast, we could easily overhaul her if only this accursed fog could lift. Oh. I get you. Man, I'm making things way too difficult. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We have her now. The fog lifted shortly before noon. There she was, 6 miles to the south. Rapidly, we closed her down. She fled east 2 miles back towards the cape. Now she lies north of us by just 1 mile. It was 6 miles to the south. Rapidly, we closed. She fled east 2 miles. And now she lies north by just 1. I think I'm actually steering the boat. Oh, come on, we still need to go so there's a little bit more. Okay. 6, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Well, we know where that goes now. There's the wheel. Nope, I didn't mean to back out that far, sorry. Rose. Okay, we got the other gem. Oh, and now we have another puzzle. The Santa Helena came apart on rocks at 1800 hours. She heaved as if the bottom had been torn from her and began taking on water at a terrible rate. Only there were no rocks. We approached as close as we dared to try and take on the survivors, but only one swam clear of the wreckage. He is some sort of scholar. A wild-eyed wreck of a man, tattered, blood-stained rags, clutched in his white knuckles fist was some sort of sculpture that he babbled was of unimaginable power and worth. It seems our prize may not have gone with the Helena. I've had it moved to my quarters for safekeeping. It is a natural tendency of this world to twist itself into ever more elaborate elaborated arrangements. Like the spirals of a vortex, at once both the pattern and the system. It seems as though each room is itself a part of a wider apparatus. You must tune the room to find the glyph, tune the glyph to find the door. All must be aligned, but to what purpose? Am I the explorer, the prisoner? Okay. Some scales. Okay, well, there's one weight. So you go here. Another weight. Whoops. Is there anything special about you other than nautical measures? Okay. Well, since you're square, I'm guessing you go here. I take you back. My goodness. I don't know if that came through, but we have some weather here. Hey. You're that. Whoops. Ankle. Next. You and you are opposites. You and you are the same, and you're a square. I think? I don't know. You and you are opposites. You and you are the same, and you're a square? You and you are opposites. You and you are the same. You're square. I keep hearing things click in the background, but I think that's just the... I think I did have it right. I was just solving the wrong puzzle. There we go. Silly me. Okay. Nice. So you should fit on this one now. Clever, clever. I don't know why that one's so easy, but I can't do any of the others. But do we have to... How could we do that if you're that long? Like that. Just had to flip it around so that it could fit. Okay, now our final weight. Okay. Coil spring and an anchor. Okay. And now a screwdriver. You're not going to do anything there. You're not going to do anything there. For a new puzzle? The anchor here? Ooh. Okay. Forgot about that little piece. Good to know, though, because now we are definitely going back and forth between puzzles. Take you out. As far as I can tell, that's the only thing that I can interact with right now. Look around the box. I hate myself. Say 16 or 1800. I think it said 1800 hours. Is that changing this at all? Okay. Well, that was easy. Oops. Nope. Let me grab you. Okay, 250. That would be 150. Yeet. Okay. You go here, I hope. Oh, what's the... Hold on one second. I think it's like hailing here. Is, and that is insane. Hold on one second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. That was an insane little weather thing that we have right now. It started hailing and now it's pouring. Hopefully I don't lose power. Okay. You. Yes. I don't get a lot of weather here, so it's really weird when it does rain. And my backyard is flooding right now. That's chapter 2. I think we'll do chapter 3 and then call it there. Ooh. Okay. The crossbow. Let's start with the puzzle box, I guess. Token. Another room, another door, another room. Either you are as lost as I, or more likely you have forsaken me. Another room, another door. Yet never a pang of hunger, nor the welcome respite of sleep. Another door, another room. I keep a tally in my ledger, but I can no longer count the marks. I count the pages. The writing keeps me sane, I tell myself so. I did not deserve this hell. Huh. I need to be able to... Oh, can I put you in here? There we go. You there. Bring you down. There. Bring you up. Okay. That's for the bolt. Here. There's a little lever there, but it won't let me do anything. Okay. I can't go to the wall, right? Doesn't look like it. So we got that for that. Can you go up here? You, and you. don't look like you can be interacted with. It's a small slit. Token doesn't work. I'm sure this doesn't work. You go in here? No. Four by 3. Anything in the room? Pierce the eye. Thing here. I don't know what it does. I'm guessing we don't have everything that we need for this, because obviously pierce the eye is that needs to be shot there. Oh. Chest. Key. It's not going to be you. Okay. Do something later, maybe? Doesn't appear that we can go over there. Okay, well, let's get you strung up, I guess. Yeah, I can interact with it. Okay. Bolt. How much drop do you think there is? See a once mighty people brought low by these heathen intruders and their plagues. They look to their priestess for the will of the gods. The jaguar and the feathered serpent speak to me no more. The crystal of our ancient mothers is being summoned. I would speak to them. Okay. Well, let's try the puzzle box. Token. What do you think the point of this is? Nice. Okay. Maybe for the treasure chest? Okay. So we need to turn that into a hammer to break that? Okay, now we can pair. That was the first one, and then the two... Wait, no. That was the first one, and then the two... Yeah. Ooh. It changed. Are you missing a tower anywhere? Yes, you are. Ornamental dagger. And then it looked like you could slide. Oh, so cool. Don't know if there's another way I could go. As soon as you make the door, it's just done. Okay. Loop, loop, T. Is that another thing we can do on the mirror? Loopity loop and you. Okay, now you went back. Can the dagger go up top? Nice. effigy and a gem. Have we... Okay, we still haven't done anything with this one yet. Effigy and a gem. We're just gonna have to keep going like back and forth between the two. You... You, and you. I see past lives, future lives, impossible lives. A piece of flint. Flint and steel!
Flint and steel!
Will that be ruined? Where would one... Maybe we should go back. Did that. I don't think there's anything else we can do there. Do you change? No. Can I do something here with you? Still need to solve that. Nope. Anything else we should be... I feel like something needs to come from there. Okie dokie. Mirror's still there. Take a look. Yeah, I know. I get that. Okay, stop that, please. But what if it was marking which bag I need to shoot? Or maybe it was just marking that it was a bag and I needed to shoot it. Okay, now we can come over here. I am blind as my reflection. Our gods do not live here. This way brings no salvation. Path is not for my people. I shall seal them from it. Star symbol. So that must be to, like, break something? Where's the star symbol on this? Whoa. Okay. So that we need for the pin puzzle in the other place. This guy. So there should be an orientation where everything lines up nicely. Up there. And then we could just match these. Hello, sir. Wait, am I supposed to break the skull? Ugh. Man. This one's so much more, like, creepy than the first one. You get there. Another room, another door. 17 Franklin something? Handed yourself well in the temple. May your good fortune be light as you navigate ever darker chambers. Okay. Let's get into chapter 3. I think there's 6 chapters for this one, so I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Leave a like if you liked it. Feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps me out a bunch. And let me know in the comments. Hope you're enjoying these types of puzzle games. I like them. If there are other puzzle games that you know of that you'd like to see on the channel, let me know. I do plan... I think that there's a room 3 and a room 4, so I do plan on playing those, but we'll continue with part 2 next time. And I will see you then. Bye!